AV1 this year or not? What do you think?
I think probably not this year, I would say. I mean, I think, we might do some experimentation. I think, some just some research into like encoder quality and optimization this year with AV1. But I wouldn't expect, deployment of AV1 this year. Not because of lack of support, because I think the support is really starting to be there in significant numbers. So I know that I think it's the latest either Samsung or LG TVs, for example, now include AV1 decoders as well. And so like that's always, I think, often people will look at mobile as kind of being the indicator of, codec adoption, right? And especially Apple, people will be like, okay, well, if Apple adopted in iOS, then, clearly it's here. But when it comes to, like premium streaming services, so when it comes to, whether it's Max or Hulu or Amazon Prime or, or Netflix, right? Most of that content is watched in living rooms. And so really like the devices to watch are smart TVs and connected streaming sticks. So once those devices have, support for a particular codec, then in my opinion, that's really kind of the big indicator that, yeah, it might be ready.
We're running over, but this is a question I need the answer on. But what's the HDR picture for AV1 and how clear does that have to be? Because it seems like there's a bunch of TV sets out there that we know play Dolby Vision and HDR10 with or 10 plus with HEVC. Do we have the same certainty that an AV1 compatible TV set will play AV1 and HDR?
I don't think that certainty is there yet. And I do need to do some more research into that particular topic because I've been curious about the same thing. So I think some standardization efforts have been made. I can't remember off the top of my head if it's CTA or some other.
The HDR10 Plus is now a standard for AV1. I just don't know if TVs out there will automatically support it. And then automatically doesn't work for you. You've got to make sure, you've got to test.
Yeah. And then with Dolby Vision, right? It's sort of like, well, until Dolby says so, right? Like then it's not a standard, right? And so yeah, I mean, I think that's an excellent question, right? Is that like there's nothing from a technical perspective that should be stopping somebody from using AV1 or EVC or any other new codec with HDR, right? Because there's nothing specific to the codec that HDR needs. And so it's really just a matter of standardization, a matter of, companies implementing that standard. So yeah, I'm with you on this one in that like, it is sort of like one of those where, yeah, it should work, but until it's been tested and it's been tested on many different devices, it's not a real thing, right?